Hello, everyone at Garringer High School. My name is Aubrey Harrison. I'm an instructional technology specialist here at CMS Schools, and I wanted to talk to you guys about Pecha style presentation. It's a different way of doing a presentation. I apologize for not being able to be there, but I did want to give you guys something that you could refer back to in terms of different ways of presenting. So one of the common mistakes that I see when students are presenting is two things. Number one, I see a bunch of lists. I see bullet points and I see numbers where they list a bunch of information. And that's okay to a point. The other problem I see is big chunks and big paragraphs of information into a slide, and that's just not conducive to a good presentation. What I also see is I see a lot of this. I see a lot of students turning back to read their presentation and it's reciting everything word for word that's on their presentation. The audience can read it. As a presenter, that's not your job. Your job is not to turn around and read everything for your presentation. Your audience can do that. What you want to do as a presenter is you want to express your knowledge, your understanding of the material. You want to be able to show to the audience that the people that's listening to you, you want to show them that you know that you're the expert about this topic, and you want to display your expertise on this as you are presenting. By doing this, it's developing certain skills for you, networking skills, when you need to talk in front of other people, when you're in a job interview, when you're talking to people about college admissions. These are the different kinds of skills that speaking in front of other people. These presentations build those skills and will help you network and get jobs as you go through it. Pecha is one of these great skills that's going to help you, the great presentation style that's going to give you these skills, because it forces you to know your content. It forces you to be concise with it. So you have to be able to express your knowledge in a brief period of time. So the way Pecha works, the key thing to remember is two things. Number one is number 20. In Pecha, typically you have 20 slides and you have 20 seconds per slide. Now that can adjust a little bit depending on your presentation, but that's the general rule. You have 20 slides and you have 20 seconds to talk about each slide. The other thing you have to remember is Pecha style presentations include images, not text. You want to have very little text in your Pecha presentations. You want to let the images on your presentations serve as a representation and you can elaborate off of that. You can explain what the presentation is talking about. It forces you to be the expert on the subject. You don't have something to turn back and read from. You have to know the content, which is good for you. So you have to be the genius. You have to be the main person that people will go to or going to listen to when it comes to this subject. Pecha style presentations forces you to do that. Now, when you're creating these, there's a couple of good options that you have. You have Google Slides and you also have Movenote. Both are very good options, and both the tools are available to you. Both are tools that you have easy access to, and both are good tools that you can distribute to other people very easily. A couple of advantages of using Google Slides is when you're using Google Slides is all your presentation options are available. So any GIFs that you're seeing on the screen now, any animations, transitions, all those are seen right there, and as you're speaking, you're having these movements going on your slides at the same time, which can be very helpful, keeps people engaged. The problem with it is Google Slides, they're live. So when you make a mistake, everybody sees the mistake. When you start rushing and you start running out of time because you feel like you're about to go over, those mistakes will come in. So if you're not comfortable with that, that's something that you have to consider when you're trying to choose between the two. Now with Movenote, the great thing about this is your presentation is a recording. It's not live, it's a recording, and it gives you a link. You can record slide by slide. You can record the whole thing at once. But what's nice is you can cover up your mistakes. So if you make a mistake, you can redo it or cut out that last slide, but you can record your presentation instead of it being live. But the bad part about it is it makes all of your slides basically an image, a PDF almost. So all of your GIFs, any animation, any transitions, those don't come through whenever you're using Movenote. It's just an image and you're just talking over it. So those are the two options that I was just going to share with you. You can get to both. You can get to Google Slides by going to slides.google.com, or you can go to Movenote just by going to movenote.com. There's also a Google app that you can go to from the Chrome Web Store. So I would suggest that you try one of those two options out. See which one works best for you. Would you rather do a presentation live? Would you rather have it recorded? You can make your decision between Google Slides and Movenote based off of that. But I wanted to give you guys that starting point, so hopefully you find this helpful as you guys start building your own Pachachka.